You wake up, you check your phone, you get dressed, you go to work, you think you're making choices. But are you? Are you really in control? Or is every decision you make, what to buy, who to love, what to believe, already influenced before you even realize it? This might be one of the hardest truths to accept, but you don't have free will. And today, I'm going to prove it to you. Most people will never realize this, but if you can understand it, you can start to take back control before it's too late. We are told from childhood that we have the power to shape our futures, that we control our destiny, that we make our own decisions. But what if I told you that's an illusion? That most of your choices were never yours to begin with? In the 1970s, neuroscientist Benjamin Libet conducted one of the most famous experiments in psychology. He hooked people up to a brain scanner and told them to press a button whenever they chose to. But here is what he found. The brain made the decision before the person was even aware of it. A neurosignal to move happened milliseconds before the person felt the desire to move. The body was acting before the conscious mind even knew about it. This shattered everything we thought we knew about free will. If your brain is making decisions before you do, then who is really in control? Your choices aren't yours. They're shaped by forces you never even notice. Let's break it down into the three biggest influences: politics, media, and economics. The illusion of political choice. Think you chose your political beliefs? Think again. You were born into a system that predetermined what you think. Your family, school, and social environment conditioned you before you ever had a choice. By the time you chose a belief, you were really just picking from a pre-approved menu of ideas. It's why a child born in one country will have a completely different belief system than a child born somewhere else, because their choices were never really their own. The media controls what you desire. Think of the last thing you bought: a phone, clothes, a course to improve yourself. Did you really choose that? Or were you convinced you needed it? Advertising doesn't sell products, it sells desires. The brands you love are brands you were told to love. Everything from fashion trends to tech upgrades is artificially created demand. Corporations don't just sell products, they sell a version of happiness that keeps you chasing the next thing. Economic dependency. You work, they profit. Why do you work 40 hours a week? Why do you trade your time for money? Because that's just how society works, or because someone benefits from you believing that? The modern economy isn't built on personal freedom, it's built on keeping people dependent. You think you work to live, but in reality, you live to work for somebody else's benefit. The wealthiest people in the world don't work for wages, they own the system that makes you work. And yet, when given the illusion of choice, most people will still choose the same path, because it's all they've ever known. So if free will doesn't exist, why does it feel like we have it? Your brain is just a prediction machine. Your thoughts feel unique, but they're just the result of past experiences. Your brain does not actually choose, it just follows patterns based on what's familiar. The algorithm of your mind. Your habits, biases, and subconscious triggers drive almost everything you do. You think you're deciding? You're just following a script that has already been written. Most people will never even question this. Your brain was built to survive, not to be free. Who benefits from keeping you in this illusion? Governments? They create the laws that control your behavior. Corporations? They shape your desires and make you buy their products. Social media? They hijack your attention and control your perception of reality. And all the while, you believe you're making free choices, but you're really just a pawn in their game. So is there any way to take back control? Yes, but only if you learn to see invisible strings that control you. Step 1, question everything, every belief you have. Where did it come from? Who benefits from you thinking this way? Step 2, Take back your inputs. Stop letting media and advertising dictate your desires. Read, study, and think independently. Step 3. Redefine your reality. Stop making choices based on what society expects. Ask yourself, do I really want this, or was I programmed to want it? Most people will never escape, but a few, those who truly understand this, can start to break free. We all like to believe that we are free, that we make our own choices, that we are in control. But history, science, and psychology tell a different story. Most people will live their lives in a carefully designed illusion. But you now see the truth. The only question is, what will you do with it? If you enjoyed this video and want to see others like this, please click the video at the end of this. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you. I look forward to the next video. Bye bye.